For today's juggling activity, you're only going to need one ball. I have a juggling ball. You can use a tennis ball. You can use a ball of socks. But for today's juggling activity, you're only going to need one. I'm going to put the others away, put them over there. I have music for us today. This video, you are going to leave it on while we practice together. You can be indoors, of course, with your parents' approval. I'm upstairs in my bedroom. You can be indoors for this. I have music, so we're going to leave it on, do it all together, watch me for the instructions, and then do it with me, but you're going to leave the video on today. First thing we're going to do is just get warmed up with that juggling ball, and a lot of this is going to be hand-eye coordination work, but when we're just getting warmed up with the ball, we're just going to toss with one hand like this. I'm a lefty, you can start with your right or your left. It's up to you. Let me turn some music on. Thank you, Lisa, for the music. So one hand toss, just to get used to that ball. See if you can toss and catch, keep that rhythm going. One hand only, because we're going to switch in a minute. Keep going with that one hand. Always keep your hand on or your eye on that juggling ball. You're watching the ball go in the air and then you're watching it being caught. Switch to that other hand now. Switch to that other hand. You don't have to come back to the video to look. Just switch to your other hand. I started with my left, so I'm in my right now. Again, thank you, Lisa, for the music. Keep your eye on that juggling ball. All right, come back and look at that video. We're going to do something else now. I turned the music off so you can hear me a little better. Now we're going to toss back and forth, hand to hand. Notice my toss is low and in front of my face. When you're really juggling, your hand will go outside in like this. But right now, you don't have to worry about that pattern. We're just going up and down in front of you, working on that hand-eye control. Let me turn the music back on. Go ahead and start. Go ahead and start right in front of your head. Your eyes are still on that juggling ball. We're doing it together now. Keep your eye on that ball as it goes side to side. Your open hand is facing up. The hand without the ball faces up, so you're always ready to catch. Watch that ball go into your hand. Keep going. If you drop it, no problem, just pick it up. Your knees are a little bent, so if you need to move to get it, you can. Alright, now we're going to pick the pace up a little. Look at me if you want, but it's going to be fast back and forth. See if you can go fast back and forth. Almost like it's a hot potato. Move your feet a little while you're doing it. Go ahead. Get that hot potato back and forth. Get that hot potato back and forth. Keep your eyes on that juggling ball. Keep going. All right, nice job. You can stop now. Grab a sip of water if you want. All right, come back to the screen to watch the next exercise. We're now going to drop from above and catch below in this pattern like this. So watch this. You're dropping from above and catching catching below with your other hand. Let me turn some music on and we'll all do this together. All right, go ahead. Dropping from above, catch below. Make that pattern. Eyes on the juggling ball. Knees are still bent, so if you need to move around, you can. If your legs are straight, you can't move around. If you need more of a challenge, hold that ball further away, higher, and your other hand lower. So you really have to watch that ball drop. If you're finding that difficult, hold your hands a little closer together while you get comfortable with that rotation. Keep going. All right, good job. Nice job on that one. Next, I want you to try, and this is a bit of a challenge, to drop and catch with that same hand. So if you're watching me, again, come to the screen so you can watch me. I have to move quickly. My knees are still bent. I want you to try this with one hand. And during the exercise, we're going to switch hands. So don't switch until I tell you to. Let me turn the music back on. All right, go ahead and try that. You're dropping and catching with one hand. Let go of that ball and catch it below. Bend your knees so you can drop a little to catch it. Doesn't matter which hand you're using, because we're going to switch in a second. I'm a lefty, I'm using my left. Most of you are probably righties, or most of you are righties, so you probably started with your right hand. Let's switch to the other hand now. So no matter what hand you are using, no matter which hand you are using, you're going to switch to the other hand. Keep trying. This is a little more difficult. Especially if you're using your offhand like I am now. I'm using my right and I'm a lefty. Great job. Keep it up. All right, you can stop. Now you're going to find a wall you can use just to play some gentle toss and catch off of. Ask your parents first for one you can use. I'm going to use my closet wall right now. Look and watch these instructions first. We're going to do it again together. But the first thing we're going to do is a toss and a catch off the wall with one hand like this. Doesn't matter which hand, doesn't matter which hand you choose, because you're then going to switch to the other hand. And then that last thing we'll do is trying to catch off the wall, switching hands left to right, right to left. So let's do it all together. Let me turn some music on. All right. So off the wall, one hand, doesn't matter which hand. I'll start with my right hand. You start with your right hand if you'd like. Just a simple toss and catch off that wall. Again, thank you Lisa P for the music. Keep your eye on the ball, your knees are still bent. It's not a high toss, it shouldn't be near the ceiling. Straight out in front of you. All right, switch to that other hand. I'm using my left now. I started with my right. I'll switch to my left. Switch to your other hand now. Again, gentle off the wall. Nothing too high. Knees are still bent. Hand, when you're catching it, is always open towards the ball. If you drop it, obviously, don't worry. Just pick it up. All right, now we're going to switch to left to right off the wall. Or left to right, right to left, back and forth. Off that wall gently still. It's not going too high. Nice and easy off that wall. Right to left to right. Knees are still bent. The hand catching is open towards the ball so you can catch it. Woo. Watch the ball into your hand. All right, great job. You can go ahead and stop. All right, come on over to the screen so I can show you the next set of challenges. This will be a little tougher. With that ball just about this high, you're gonna try this. You're letting go of it and catching it with your hand facing downwards the entire time. Try it with one hand. Again, we'll switch in the middle. And then the last thing we'll try is going back and forth like this. So I'm gonna turn some music on. Go ahead and back up. Right in front of your body. Oops. Doesn't matter which hand, we're gonna switch in a minute. Still bend your knees. Working more on hand-eye coordination than actual juggling, but it's the same thing. Keep it up with that same hand. All right, switch to the other hand. I was using my left, so now I'm using my right. Switch to your other hand. There you go, keep it up. All right, now we're gonna do the switching off hand to hand. This is difficult. Helps to put a little bounce in your knees. Maybe dance with the music a little. Thank you, Lisa P. All right, great work. Come back over to the screen so you can see that next challenge. It's gonna bounce on top of your hand. So we're gonna toss, bounce, catch off the top of your hand like this. This is difficult. We're not gonna switch to the offhand on this one. We're just gonna try on one hand. This is a little more of a challenge. Go ahead. Go ahead. Off the top of your wrist, or top of your hand. Keeping your eyes on it. You can switch to that other hand now if you want. You can switch back and forth if you'd like. That challenge, though, is to bounce it off the back of your hand. There you go. As always, if it drops, just pick it up. When you're doing it, straight, stiff back of the hand so it'll bounce up. But you don't want it bouncing too high. All right, great job. You can hold it. Great job. All right, your last challenge, because why not? Will be off the knee. Really having nothing to do with much, but just for fun. We're gonna try going off the knee and catching it. Drop it with either hand, hit it with either knee, catch it with either hand or both. This is just for fun. Off the knee catches, go ahead. Let's see. There we go. Again, thank you, Lisa P, for the music. Your knee will have to be pretty high to get that ball going straight up. If you only lift it a little, the ball's gonna go outwards when you hit it. You have to lift it high so it's straight. Doesn't matter which knee you're using, which hand you're catching with. You can toss, drop with both. You can use either knee. You can switch off knees. You can catch with both hands, one hand, switching off if you'd like. Just a little fun challenge at the end. There you go. Keep your eye on that ball. Ooh. Keep going. There you go. Great job. Keep it up. Whoa. Almost dropped it that time. Keep going. Awesome. Whew. All right. You can catch that ball. Come back to the video. Let me turn this off. Folks, great job today. Again, Lisa P, thank you for the music. Hope everybody had a good time today. Stay active.